Welcome for another in the Writer's Secrets Christmas Bonanza series. We need a little Christmas. Why I'm working hard right this minute to make Christmas 2015 the best ever by Dr. Jeffrey Lant. Dr. Lant?
I'm so pleased that you've all joined us for a premature bit of premature Christmas. This is part of a series of over 25 Christmas articles that I've written over the years to create a panorama of all the different aspects of Christmas, and I have many more to write. Let me tell you how it all got started. One evening, several years ago, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, I received a phone call from my residence from a woman in Europe who said she was going to kill herself. I take such calls very seriously, and I took this one very seriously. She had gone to a parking lot in the capital city of her country, was going to kill herself there. She called me for some reason or other to talk to her about why she shouldn't do it, why she should avoid suicide. And I was very angry that she made this call. I'm very angry that she told total strangers. But we had a talk for about 3 hours. And oh, the talk ranged over life and love and song and dance, and things we'd been, places we'd gone, about the value of life. And at the end of the about 3 hour period, she said, I like you, she said, because you make me laugh. She said, and I want you to do me a favor and give me a Christmas present. It was just being a few days before Christmas. She said, one day I heard you talking about an, an article you were wanting to write about your sister. And she said, if you write that article and give it to me and dedicate it to me for Christmas, I won't kill myself. I thought that's the strangest offer I've ever had in my life. And I said, look, I will write the article if you promise not to do anything rash. I said, I can't promise to do it today. But when I left the phone with her at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, I was so hepped up that I sat down and wrote an article, the first article in my Christmas series. And all these Christmas articles you'll find here at writersecrets.com, and this was a natural for the series. Enjoy not just this article about we need a little Christmas, but enjoy the whole series of articles and use them to generate traffic to your site. People love these articles. I've had so many compliments from them over the years. It just enlivens me and thrills me to want to do even more. So with that in mind, enjoy the whole series, but enjoy this one particularly right now. I was young then, blessed with that overflowing feeling of high animal spirits and joy to the world. It was 1967. I was in New York City for the first time, about to sail to Europe on the SS Orinda. The future seemed boundless, was boundless, and I had only good wishes and to spare for everyone, everywhere. The only snare was that I couldn't get tickets for Maine, music and lyrics by Jerry Herman, a hit musical based on one of my mother's favorite books, Auntie May, by Patrick Dennis, 1955. Bummer. But not downhearted, I somehow managed to get a program and discovered when Angela Lansbury, the star, the toast of Broadway, was likely to leave the Winter Garden Theater, and just where I could stand for the best chance of getting her autograph. I well recall the moment she came out the stage door. She was smaller than she appeared on stage, and I remember how the collar of her coat brushed against my cheek and her scent as she bent down to autograph the program, a little crushed in my hand. It was lush, seductive, delicious, and I was happy. I have that program still, in good condition too. A reminder when the song I've chosen for today's theme music, We Need a Little Christmas, was just peppy, high-stepping, belted out number, not an absolute need for all of us. Start, however, by going to any search engine, get the tune, then let her rip. It's going to get your blood going, your feet tapping, and maybe even bring a tear to your eye, you sentimental softy. For I've grown a little leaner, grown a little colder, grown a little sadder, grown a little older. These words pretty much sum up events since that magic moment at the door of the Winter Garden Theater. And I don't merely mean for you and me either, I mean for America and for our deeply troubled world. And that is why I am already at work to ensure this Christmas in this year of general dismay and gloom is the best ever. We need it for the good of home, hearth, soul, and yes, the economy. I began this week. It is September 2015 as I write, and my dear and valued helpers, Amy, Joseph, and his soothing wife, Mercedes, have commenced Operation Christmas. We started with the Herculean task meant to occur twice each year, but often forgotten, polishing the silver. It is arduous, it is wearying, it is dull, and it is a necessary deed in creating the wow factor that is such an essential part of Christmas for me and mine. Christmas is why have we started so early? Just what are we doing it for? Over the last few years, I have noticed the inception and development of an invidious trend in me and many others, scaling back, pruning, diminishing the high festival of Christmas. This is a very bad thing. This year, I decided to take constructive action before I bear an even closer approximation to Ebenezer Scrooge. This called for drastic action, and my better self answered the call. Unmarried, no known children, Katie Seagal made a fortune on Married with Children, 1987, in which she played the ultimate suburban vulgarian wife Peg. She thought the Christmas was for maxing out her credit cards and causing pain to her hapless bills-paying husband. It was funny, because of course we weren't like Peg. No way. But we are, and not, I hasten to add, just because we enjoy the consumer aspect of the event. I have always thought that sanctimonious folks who decry the blatant commercialism of Christmas and seek to revert to prior usages, pure and holy, misread the original text and allowed themselves to be hoodwinked by Puritans. Now, lest you think I am anti-Puritan, be aware I am of Puritan heritage myself, and it pains me to admit the Puritans got Christmas all wrong and missed its message. The culprit in the matter was Oliver Cromwell, a man who, saying enough is enough, helped King Charles I to eternity in 1649. With a simple expedient, as Charles told his horrified children, by separating his Majesty's head from his Majesty's body. The Lord Protector, more powerful than most kings, then led an effort to root out all vestiges of the traditional high living English Christmas. And so for 10 years, until his successor son Richard got kicked out in 1659, Cromwell and company worked to make everyone just as miserable and gloomy as Christmas as possible. That was the right and proper thing to do. For instance, zealous Puritans, rigid, unbending, inflexible, muffed the manner of the three wise men, princes of the Orient. Each, if you'll recall, brought the Christ child very expensive gifts. These included gold, imagine if they'd held it, frankincense, and myrrh. Unless these royalties just happened to have some extra gifts in their treasure trove, possible but unlikely. Each had to make a trip to the bazaar, which is what people called malls in those days, to scrutinize what was available and mull over their options. This is exactly what the non-kingly people do nowadays, parking their cars, easier to handle than malodorous camels with spit, returning over and over to get just the right gift, the gift that will say loudly and clearly, I care. So where's the problem? Christmas, in short, has had a pronounced commercial aspect from the first moment. People should get over it and get on with the real business of the event, love. Whether you consider the matter from the vantage point of God to man, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, John 3:16. From the vantage point of human relations, the fact is that Christmas is the prime event of every year, based on, all about, and dedicated to love. And we humans, after the storm-tossed year, should embrace the event and enjoy it for what it is, a chance to love one another, be kind to each other, embrace our diversity, and give the embedded rancors of our deeply fissured planet a rest, even if we know, as we do, they'll be back again in the new year. Even a little solace helps. We need it, we must have it, and we deserve it. And because I have been, shall we say, neglectful both about giving and taking love, I have a huge love deficit to make up for. And so Christmas 2015 must be done right in every nuance and detail, and this takes time, care, and thoughtfulness. Cleaning the silver is just the beginning. And then, like the score says, candles in the window, carols at the spinet, and gifts for all, and not merely something grabbed at the 11th hour of Christmas Eve either, for the gift must be as special as the beloved who gets it. All this takes time, meticulous attention to detail, and most of all, love. And it is this love in short supply in years past, suppressed, which is the most important thing of all. This year will be different. And this year that love will flow without stint as a resolute declaration to everyone, everywhere, that this is a place where humanity is made welcome and where we know the true meaning of Christmas and mean to have it, share it, and renew it. Knowing this, can you wonder why I am starting so early here? The wonder is that you have not commenced early yourself, for your need is pressing too. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lant. That was a beautiful message of peace and love. And may it not just be for the Christmas season, but all year long. Bye for now.